Just say it, 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 just say it.
Just say it!
You know, now that I think about it, I don't ever remember seeing Granddad with a woman. There was a time when I was 3 when I thought he was gay, but now I think it's just bad luck.
Well, I don't see what the big deal is with hoes anyway.
Riley, all women are not hoes. We're talking 25% tops.
Okay, but if they not all hoes, then why I got to pay to take them out to eat then? I mean, I'm paying. That's payment.
I don't know, 'cause that's just what you do. You meet a girl, you take her out to dinner, but you're not paying the girl. You're paying the restaurant.
But I'm paying, which makes her a hoe. Why don't I just give her the money I was gonna spend on dinner, and that hoe can go grocery shopping?
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hey.
To confirm this happened now. I've just done a fight talk and he didn't hear it.
You did a what? Did you say you did a fart?
What? Come on now.
I heard him say something that began with an F.
I know, that's what I mean. I think he was saying he was talking for ages, and then we've not heard it.
Okay, Mr.
He needs one of those, like, speak and spell things that read out what he's typing. And he could be a robot voice on the other side.
I think that.
Nah, don't be playing like it's me. That's what he's trying to do now. He's passing blame.
No, well, Junior. Have you got apps running on your phone?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because that had my.
All I can just imagine is just whatever your housemates are watching right now is just taking it all off.
That's some hardcore porn your friends are watching, because it's not just Skype call off. There's some quality in that stuff they're downloading at the minute. Be 3D and everything.
How long roughly would it take you to get to a bar?
Madness.
Okay, well, in that 10 minutes, we can either start a topic, and then he joins in, or we can just wait until he's on, and then we start it all together.
Well, it's completely your shout. I'm just here, so it's completely up to you. I'm easy. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So whatever way you want to do it, mate, I'll do it that way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we should just start. We'll just start.
Okay then.
When he's ready, he'll join in, and I know he's got some stuff that he wants to say as well.
All right then, cool.
Is there anything that you had in mind that you wanted to talk about or share about?
Well, he sent me loads of things, and I just said that whatever you guys were going to talk about, I'll just offer my either opinion or experience of whatever you guys are chatting about.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't want to take away from, because I know that you've done 4 previously, so I didn't want to go over old ground and stuff like that. So, I was just pretty much happy to go along with whatever you guys were planning on discussing.
Okay.
So, I haven't really.
To be fair.
You know.
No, we have topics and ideas, and then we come on the call and we're like, even though we've got all these topics here, and we're like, so what do you want to talk about? And then one of us ends up talking.
Well, I suppose, because I suppose my perspective's going to be different. Because I mean, for one, I'm female, and for 2, I'm not single.
Yeah.
So it's going to be different either way, and also also I've kind of been with my husband for 14 years this year.
Oh, wow.
So Yeah, we've been married since 2013. But yeah, we've been together since we were 17. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. To be
Pardon?
together so long as well.
Yeah. We were best friends in school.
Yeah.
And then we weren't going out then. We used to go out on the pool together. So he used to send me out into crowds of girls, and then I'd bring people back, and vice versa. So yeah.
Okay.
That we were just friends, and then obviously we started going out, but that was my decision to do that, and it turned out like that he'd like me for the entire time, but was terrified to do anything because he thought, well, if I do that, then she's gone. Yeah. So he just kind of waited on me type thing. So, and then 17, and now we're married.
Yeah.
And yeah. So that's pretty much it. But yeah.
Yeah, go on. You sounds like you.
Oh no, sorry. That's. But like Mike knew Bert because, well, that's my husband. Sorry. So Bert was in Aberystwyth Uni. Yeah. And Mike knew him via that, and via another guy called Jay. So they kind of all met within. But I wasn't there, so that was kind of like that's. I think he seemed to find that interesting because both me and Bert went to completely different universities. Yeah. Went completely our own way and did whatever we were doing, but still remained together throughout, type thing. So that's what he thinks is baffling, because he was like, well, that's what we were talking about when you were talking about the whole relationship partnership thing, because he was saying that like I finished uni and I said I want to be a zookeeper because I'm a bit weird, so I said I'm going to go off and be a zookeeper. So I went off to London, and Bert didn't come, he stayed in Liverpool. So I went and did that, and we still remained together. So Mike finds that baffling. But at the same time he said, well, that works though, and that was my argument. I was like, yeah, but if we hadn't done that, then you don't become independent people, and then you kind of you're together for necessity as opposed to you want to be together. That's like, you know, I can't leave this person because they're the only person I've ever been with, whereas you've experienced separate things and realised actually now this is that's who I'm with, and this is what I'm doing. It's kind of that sort of thing. Do you think that it's worked in that way and kind of flowed in that way for you two because you both share like mutual ideas on how you want to have a relationship? Yeah, I suppose so. But also, yeah, I think so. But I think the massive thing was because we were friends anyway. Yeah. I think because we knew each other before, and like I was friends with him when he had other girlfriends, and he was friends with me when I had other boyfriends. So it was kind of like, well, obviously we were still kids then, so you don't really count it, do you, as a proper? But anyway, it was so like you kind of know of each other, and you know what, like, you know, like, and I'm trying to hide him from girls that he's got off with in different floors of a club and stuff like that, and he's like, they know each other, can you hide me? So we're like having to move him around the club and stuff. So yeah, so like having to deal with all that, and obviously knowing each other's massive flaws, and also knowing what each other was aiming for from school, obviously through to college and all that sort of thing. I think it was just kind of an understanding, well, that is what they're going to do. So I can't really come in now and go, oh, by the way, we're together now, so you can't do that no more. So you can't really do that. It's not. And I think that it was just a mutual thing that both of us silently agreed with ourselves that we weren't going to do that. Because I could have been a cow and said, oh, you're with me now, so I'm going to Bangor University, that's where you're going. And he probably could have done the course that he did in the university I was in, but I would never have done that because that wasn't what he wanted to do. So it's like, you've just got to accept that, become partners early on, but they had decisions prior to you, so you can't really change their decision.
Of course.
So that was, I think but that was just kind of a silent agreement that we probably had with one another, as opposed to we spoke about it. Because this is the thing, because like Mike asked that, he said, did you ask each other? Yeah. And I don't remember the conversation ever been had. I really don't. I don't remember having a conversation.
Just got each other then. It was just.
Yeah. It's like, I'm doing this, all right. And that was kind of it. It was just kind of, there was no disagreement or problem with it. It was just kind of, that was known. So you can be angry about it, like, because there were times when we rowed, like when we had proper serious, and I think actually Mike was witness to some of those, when we had like serious rows, like proper out of just hatred, screaming down the phone type rows. That was more to do with the fact that we were distant from each other, so there was things going on that we weren't part of. So like, I'd be angry that he was out having a good time, because I'm a girl, that's what we do. So like, I'm angry that you're out having a good time and I'm not there to experience the good time or know who these people are that you're having a good time with. So it's kind of like that row happened, but it was just a row, and then that's it. You can't really hold it and be angry about it for long. Then the next day you'd be like, that was really out of order, I'm really sorry. And then so they were the rows that we had, but there was never ever a conversation like, can I do this? It was just kind of, it happened, and then you backed it up, or tried to be part of it.
Of course. I
think that was just the agreement.
I mean, to be honest, like when I imagine like a relationship or being with someone like like a life partner, those are the kind of like a lot of what you're saying, those are the kind of like qualities that I imagine and desire. But not. I mean, okay, I mean, I haven't dated every girl in the world at all. But like, of course most girls, from my impression, they wouldn't be up for that. And even guys that I know of as well, like they wouldn't be up for, like, we're together, but hey, I've got this idea or goal that I also want to do in life, and it involves maybe me being here or doing that for a certain period of time. I'm gonna go, and I want to stay with you still, or you can join me. It more occurs like it will actually be a problem, like, oh, you're choosing that over me. And that is the rub. And the thing is as well that I don't think I'm unusual, and I don't think he's unusual. I do think it happens. But it is dying. Do you know what I mean? And like I'm a teacher, so like, but I teach older kids, so that they're like 18 sort of age, maybe a bit lower, and you'll listen to them talking, and you can see that it's not happening anymore. Like, you can hear the argument already, and you know, you can see like a partnership of like a girl and a boy who've got together, and their work is failing because the two of them are too busy concentrating on, you know, what's he doing and what's she doing, and why have you added this person on Snapchat, and why have you done this, and all this sort of thing. And it's like, you need to calm down. So it's kind of, and I have pulled the lad to one side a few times and said to him, look, I'm married to the guy I went to college with, so it happens, but you need to let it lie a bit, because if you keep trying to make someone do what they don't want to do, then they're just going to go. So what's the point? It is. I think it's not it doesn't not happen, because I know people who it does happen for. Like a few of my friends now who've started to get into long-term relationships where they're starting to think about marriage, and like, you know, there's been a few proposals with my closest girl friends. Some of them have made, like, you know, choices to live somewhere else and then come back, and the lad's still there waiting and all that sort of thing. But on the flip side, you've got people who have decided to get engaged, and I'm friends with the girl, but I feel really, really sorry for the guy, because he's had to make every sacrifice under the sun. Oh wow! And she hasn't sacrificed anything.
And it's like, well, what have you done?
Yeah.
He's done everything. What have you done? So, you know, like, moved away from home. None of his friends are here and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you feel like, well, you haven't done anything.
Yeah.
He's just you now. You're all he's got. And then you think, well, now is he with you because that's all he's got, or does he want to be here? So that would be my worry. I think that's why I chose to be that way, because I think if you make someone feel like they are the only thing you have,
yeah,
then you are going to stay, and I don't want them to stay for that reason.
Yeah.
I want them to be there because they want to be, not because they've got no option.
Of course.
Like, if they leave you, their social life dies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's not fair. They need to be able to go and do their own thing and be separate from you.
Yeah.
That's my thought on it anyway.
What there's 3 things that are like in my head, so I'm just gonna blurt them out and then you can go with them accordingly.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Do you think it makes a massive difference to be friends first before being in a relationship? I remember hearing Pharrell when he was giving like his advice on love, and he was like, go out or be in a relationship with your bestie, basically. And he and some of the things you said.
He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the things you said about like how some of the experiences that you had with your husband when you were friends at first, and like also knowing each other's like flaws and, if you want to call it, secrets, all those kind of things. Like you know each other at a real deep level. Yes, Mr. Lawson, you've joined us.
All right then, morphin' time! Dragon Sword! Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus! Power Rangers!
Right. So man has to come to an internet cafe this
Dedicated. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no problem. Yeah, funny here. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, it is clear. Yeah, you're quite loud. That's quite cool.
All good.
Yeah, sorry. So
okay.
So yeah, the friend about being friends before being in a relationship, and then
I like that subject.
The other,
go on.
what advice would you give a male to being in a relationship that lasts long term, and a female being in a relationship that lasts long term?
Okay. Well, I might have to get you to repeat the second one because it was quite like loud over the top.
That's cool.
Can you hear? Yeah, but the friendship thing, I think that did help, and it would be.
Sorry, let me stop you for it. Sorry, because
no, it's fine.
Junior.
Yeah.
That lady lad in the background.
Ah.
I don't know how big that internet cafe is, but she is chatting a lot. Oh wait, it stopped. Is everyone still there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lady in the background. Is she on the phone to someone? Junior.
Yeah. The reason why is because I'm not actually. There's no headpiece. I think I'm talking into the computer. I think that's what's happening.
So is there any where there's a headpiece where you can?
No.
Okay.
Like, put this way, it's gonna be like this, or it's gonna be in the bar.
Alright.
Like, hey.
No worries. But is that woman in the background chatting on the phone?
Yeah, she's doing what I'm doing. She did the same thing, and she's not even as loud as I'm.
Are you sitting right next? Are you sitting? Can you maybe sit quite far away from her? Oh,
yeah, she's
oh my goodness. She's loud.
Hear her whole conversation, man. All right, it is what it is.
I hope she's not trying to hide a body or something.
Yeah, because I've only got headphones on. There's no like speaker. There's no piece for the. So I presume I'm just talking to the computer. That's what I'm thinking right now.
Could you possibly
Yeah,
ask?
that's one of them ones.
Oh no, it's not gonna matter. I don't think I don't know if it'll make a difference. All right.
It's probably happening for her as well. Like as I'm speaking, she's probably getting the same feedback.
Yeah,
I presume
probably.
she's on the Skype call as well.
Yeah.
It's peak, man. Is it? But if it's really, really bad, I have to go to a bar. I don't know.
Nah, the bar will probably be louder than her, even though she's
Yeah, probably so. That's the music and stuff. Yeah.
Alright, it's cool. We'll just
Okay, guys, let's do it.
be with it. Alright, sorry. Hayley.
No, it's fine.
We could. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. Is it really that strong?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, seriously.
Like almost like she's in a conversation with
Yes.
us as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, literally, she's like in the room. It's.
She doesn't sound very happy as well in the conversation that
No.
she's having.
She sounds real sad. Or angry. Oh, she's gone quiet again. She's gone. Nope, she's back.
Oh my God, this is peak for me.
It's cool. The universe is just shit testing us right now to see how congruent we are going to be
But I'm sure you can filter out
with this audio today.
things. No. But in the editing stages, I'm sure there is something about editing sounds and stuff. So you might have to kind of remove that sound that she's doing.
She ain't getting cut from nothing. She's like in our psyche right now. She is loud. Yeah.
I thought I was doing a proper good deed here, man.
You have done, because we can hear you clearly. It's not cutting up.
Yeah, you're as clear as day now. It's just that everyone in the room is also clear as day. Oh.
Yeah, and it's fine. We'll deal with it. Not gonna have you.
Yeah, we'll be good. We're good. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Go to the cafe as well.
No problem.
Thank you.
So yeah, man, I want to hear the subject, man. It's a subject I'm interested in about as well. And you caught me at the worst time. I've got the flu.
What?
I've got a bit of a flu, as Hayley knows. So you caught me at bad times.
Yeah.
Sorry if I sounded clogged up.
Yeah, he's got the
But
cold.
yeah, Hayley.
He's got a cold, I think. Right, okay, so I can remember where I was. Okay, so you asked me, the first thing you asked me was, do I think it's important if you are friends prior to getting... And I'd be lying if I said I didn't think that was the case, because obviously my longest standing relationship has been with someone...
Oh no. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I think I got knocked off the call.
Yeah,
I was lost.
yes,
I'm back.
okay.
Ah. Okay.
Right, back on.
Back
Okay.
on, are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
good.
heard
So obviously,
about you think that it is. Be lying if it would if you said it wasn't.
yeah, I'd be lying if I said that doesn't help, because obviously it worked for us. So I would be lying if it said, and I think it does help because you know a lot. However, it can be negative, because if you know a lot about each other, then you know how to really hear someone. I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant. So, like, my friend of mine who's going out with someone who she's been friends with from child, he was quite able to hear in a horrendous way, and vice versa. So, it can have negative. It works best if you know each other first, just because you know what to expect, you know what's coming from it, type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm all for it. So
You are all for being friends first.
yeah, I think I find it better to know someone first, like to a certain extent, before jumping into something. Like, I mean, if you're friends, it's very natural okay, there is a lot of people that say, "Oh, but if you're friends, and it makes it difficult because you might mess up the relationship, the friendship that you had." But regardless, whichever way you do it, it doesn't really matter, really, at the end of the day. Whether you done it just straight away and you just became a partner, it's meant to be your friend anyway. Even if you're together in a relationship, it's meant to really be your best friend anyway, or someone that you really, really care about as a friend, not just that you're a couple and you. I guess that's probably what it is that some people will see themselves as being boyfriend and girlfriend, and then that's separate to being friends. Like there should be that you are friends anyway. Like ultimately, you like being around each other, you care for each other as friends, and you're just doing maybe the intimate things. That's the only thing that's different. But I guess maybe there's a separation. That's for some people. I can see that was a bit like that for me. My ex-girlfriend, I did. It wasn't like, oh yes, this is my best friend. Like it was like it's my girlfriend, and like I kind of saw her as like, it's something that I kind of put her in that girlfriend box. I did it myself. I gotta go by how I did it. I don't know how everyone else has done it and how they see things. But I can see exactly what you mean and how it works for you. And I think it's a good start. It's definitely a good start because then there's a lot of trust there.
However, you don't want to go down the role of, and Chris Rock said it famously, you don't want to be a dick in a box, which is what girls do a lot of the time. So they'll line up like a load of male friends that they keep.
Yeah.
So like when they're trialing out relationships, you are the person they go to be vengeance or to be comfort. So they do that sometimes, girls, which is a bit nasty, but they do it, and I know to do it. Which is you line up male friends, and then you have them to be disposed of. Like the lad because he's like really close with this girl and knows her really well, and what she's doing is she's giving you distance to pull you in when she wants you.
Yeah. But wow, but do you really think it's a female thing or?
I think it's wrong to say it isn't because there's that many people I know who do it. So and also like you'll know yourself because you'll have been in a situation where you have, and if both of you have, then I think I'm right. You'll have been in a situation where you've got a friend who's a girl who's like really close. You like her quite a bit, and she seems to be giving you all the right signals, but she's never ever available when you want her to be. But when she wants you, you're available to her.
Yeah,
so if it's
I've experienced that for sure in the past. And
so if that's happened, then I'm on the money, aren't I?
Back in the day, I used to just cut people, and when I saw things like that happen, but I didn't know that's what they were doing though. Yeah,
but that's the thing. That's what they're doing. Because you've got to understand that girls are aware of their power, so we're not soft.
Really now? Oh really? What power is that?
Well, right. Okay.
Now, are you talking about the JJ when you say power?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. JJ because, right, and I can hold my hands up honestly and say I haven't, because I've been with my husband since 17, and all my best friends have been boys. So it's like I'm not like when I was in university, I'm not going to say her name because if she does it, then she'll go mental. But I had a friend at university who, when she needed things, she would get into a relationship with a male who could provide. Purely because she knew that so like she would always have a lad in the background who was there, who was like her friend, and then all of a sudden he'd come into play when she needed him. So she needed a car getting an MOT, all of a sudden there was a mechanic hanging around the house.
Not today, Sonny.
So like, why is this guy here? Pardon?
I said, not today. Not with my...
No.
That's what I was telling you. Remember, I said about how women sometimes collect men like Pokemon. and they'll have a guy to do one thing, a guy to do another thing, a guy to do another thing, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's really sweet.
Yes.
Oh, seriously, I'm in the background to shut up, man. Seriously. Give us some sweets or something. Alright, sorry, carry on. That was just that was my little outburst.
No, it's fine. No, it's embarrassing to admit that it happens, but it does. And the thing that makes me laugh is when I'm sitting with my husband and we're watching a film or something, or we're watching TV or something, and the lad just folds. Like, the girl has to look in a certain way, and he folds and screams at TV. Men are so quick because it's like they give the go ahead, and all of a sudden they're in, and that they see they're in and go for it. So unfortunately, there are some females that they can do that.
This is what I've got to say about some of what you said.
This is sick.
This is why, Hayley, you have been married for 14 years.
Well, I've been with the same guy for 14 years. Married for 3. Yeah.
Same guy for 14 years. Well, to me, you're like still 14 years. And why girls who do stuff like that are still stuff like that. I'm saying that out of a little bit of frustration right now, because I'm thinking these secrets you're revealing.
No, trust me, this is what the show's all about. Deep.
I mean, I can see the version. I can see the parallel to what a guy will do. The guy will like line up girls for like who he wants to have sex with.
Well,
like, I'd rather have sex with that one first.
That's booty calling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because lads will do it. Lads will do it. Like, that's because it's like lads will play, so they'll have girls that they're playing on each other, so they'll be with like so many girls like playing and just being, oh, I'm just balling, in it. I've got all these girls in a line. It's not different from that, except they've kind of got a purpose for you. So you might be like on a fishing later on, and someone might need editing, and they'll come to you and go, "Oh, you're an editor, aren't you?" Do you see what I mean? Like, they'll pull you in, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I'll help," thinking, I'm in. I've got it in now. No. She just makes you think you have. That's how it works.
So it doesn't work a beat.
Can I ask a question though? Why?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, right. I personally,
it's a power trip. That's like a power trip.
Yeah,
I personally would never do that because I think it's hateful. Because I used to say that to because I'm not friends with her now, so that just shows you that I'm not with it. Because when she did it a few times, I was like, you know what, you are not the type of person I want to be hanging around with. Because one, my boyfriend is in a different university, and when he comes here and sees you doing that, he's gonna think I'm doing it. So I'm not getting that. But it's for her. It was just like, well, what? They're getting something that they want, and I'm getting something I want. So what's the problem? I personally see
on one level, actually. This might sound harsh. I don't mean it to this degree, but in a way, it serves the guy right. Because if he's no, seriously. Because if the guy is just like, do you know what? Just want the JJ from this girl. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see what kind of inner beauty she has as well. What qualities does she have to offer? What value does she have to add to my life? If they're not kind of in that conversation as well, then I suppose obviously once they get the JJ, they're getting what they want. But a guy who doesn't just want that, they want more. Like, they want to be able to connect with
her.
They want to know,
and obviously in them instances, I felt bad because the way guys that would rock up that were just like, well, I'm getting what I want, she's getting what she wants, I'm fine with it. You know, like, who weren't wise to it until later. But then there were some that had no clue. And then you were like watching them come round to the house like little puppy dogs, thinking that they were in. And it's like, I have no idea. And it's just like really, really sad. So you were just watching this person like putting their all into their efforts into this person who was either taking them for a ride for rent money or whatever. And it was just like, this is really horrible to watch. And then she would already have the next person lined up when she cut ties. So it was kind of like she just moved on, and they were kind of left with no explanation as to what's happened or where those could be. Yeah, those couple of months have gone. It was kind of like, well, that's a bit tight. Why have you done that?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying everyone. It's not everyone does.
No, because there's categories of like there's people who want to settle down. There's people that just want to stay single for the rest of their life. There's people that are never going to get married. There's people that always that's their main aim. They want to get married. So it's just align yourself with the people who are aligned with what you're up to. You're not trying to change anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are definitely different types out there, and I think that's what it is. Is that sometimes we try and fix. There's a type, preference-wise, on how they look, image-wise, that is suited to us, but they might not be in the same category in terms of what we actually want as a whole. Which is that subject I was talking about. Is like, what do we want? Men and women, what do we actually want, though?
I think the end goal is exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
I think both male and female want the same end goal. I don't think
What
it's just how they get there. The end goal, I think, is probably have someone who is their equal, and then they just share their life with their equal. Yeah, definitely. So like, they have created their own group.
Guys, hello.
You're gonna have to say something again because background is there.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move to where that lady was, which is like the furthest away from the conversation. So hopefully it'll be better.
Alright.
So I'm gonna come out of this and log on to another computer.
Alright.
Okay, darling.
Just continue doing what you're doing.
Okay, love. Bye.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! It's like being in another world.
I know.
The silence is golden. No, I think the end goal is the same for everybody. I think they just want like someone who's their equal, and then like you have your own stuff going on. So you'll have your own career, you'll have your own friendship group, you'll have your own everything, and then you have this person who you share that with. So you come home and tell them about your day and all that sort of thing, and you work together to exist, I suppose, because that is what everybody's doing in it. You earn money to exist, so you just kind of go along. I don't know about that bit. I don't know if about that. Well, you're existing, aren't you? But you are.
Yeah, existing. Yeah, just the money bit you said.
So, sorry. Well, you earn your money, and then you come home, and then you have your bits in between. So it's like, I think their end goal is the same, but how they get there is different.
Yeah.
And I think it's because you're told to get there in a different way. So, for me as a girl who went to an all-girls school, was told a completely different set of steps to my husband who went to an all-boys school. However, my husband was in an all-female household, so older sister, younger sister, mum.
Yeah.
Me, I was very close with my brother, so I think that benefited us because then we were witnessing it from the other side.
Yeah.
So, it's that. Well, hold on, they get told this and that's not actually true, because like he'll get phone calls from his sisters asking for advice with things that lads have done. When my brother was younger and in his dating days, he wasn't particularly a nice piss. He was a bit of a dog when he was younger. But like he would say, well, what's the matter with that? And I'd say, well, this is why that's not fair, because she'll be thinking this. So it was kind of like you would be able to get advice from either side.
Yeah.
So you are told to get there differently, like women always have been. You're like, oh, you need to look this way, you need to be in this place, you need to find someone who's going to provide for you so you don't have to do anything. So it's all that sort of stuff, because like you can come to Liverpool city centre and I will tell you exactly what bars you need to go to if you want to pull girls, because they go to certain bars because that's where the footballers go. So it's kind of like, it's that sort of mentality is like that's my goal. I've got to get to that position where I haven't got to worry about anything because they're going to look after me, whereas really that's not really what you're supposed to be aiming for. Because that isn't
quite hilarious, because then you hear girls say about, oh no, I'm independent, or I want to be equal. And I personally believe every human being, just from the core, is equal. But then, obviously, how you approach your life and how you live your life, you might be saying, I should be equal and blah, blah, blah. But then your actions might not be brewing with that.
I'm back. One thing to point out though is that I've got 20 minutes. they close at 9.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's fine.
That's just work with it, man.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Right, no problem. And then by the time you get home, maybe a connection might work better.
Yeah.
Maybe the housemate that was downloading the porn might have stopped.
Well, it must be quality. It must be a quality film. Whatever they download. High spec. No, but I've got an issue with the independence thing because if a girl says I am going to be independent, I'm an independent this, I'm an independent that, and then starts reciting Beyonce lyrics, if you're going to do that, then you need to actually do it properly. So when you go out with them, don't expect to pay for everything.
Exactly.
I've got
exactly.
Okay.
So it's like if you're gonna say it's me and I'm fine, I've got my own stuff, then don't come and bitch to me. That's the way I look at it. Because I'll have someone take up and make that
Junior, can you hear her?
It's breaking up a little bit.
Wow.
Can you just not ask them to be quiet for like the last 20 minutes at least? Or just at least tell them what's going on. Like you're speaking on the thing because you haven't got a headset. All they're chatting. That's how London's different. I can't do that here. Like I can't do that here. Yeah, you can. There's no can't. You can ask, and they will say yes or no. It's a customer that's come in. Like I can't tell a customer. By the way, like you have to be quiet when you're coming in. Oh, is it a customer chatting? I thought. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but is a customer chatting to the owner? Or are they on the Skype or something? Yeah. No one's on the Skype. It's only me. I'm the loudest in the room. Trust me. but to us, you're not. No, that's what's peak. That's why I can't tell them to calm down quiet because they're not actually being loud at all. They're just having a conversation like about whatever they're talking about in a reasonable way. It's just unfortunate the way
it's a bit quiet now, though.
It might be a little bit more quiet, but
yeah, but no, sorry.
But yeah, I'm even trying to quiet down a bit. That's how peak it is for me. I feel like I'm too loud. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we have to do a part 2 of this anyway. Then we can just still do this now for the remaining 20 minutes, and then I'll try and do something after here. Go to a bar, see if it works.
Okay.
Have you got a certain time limit, Hayley?
Well, I have son to put to bed, but yeah. So like at 8 o'clock is when he goes to bed. So at the moment, he's playing FIFA to keep him quiet.
My man.
Yeah, no.
Keep the child quiet.
All right, cool. That's cool.
That was my husband's job. Yeah, my husband just went. Yeah, we'll play on the Xbox. It's fine. So they're playing FIFA. So that's what they're doing.
All right, cool.
But yeah, sorry to repeat that. So basically, yeah, if you're gonna claim independence, then you need to be. You can't go to your friends and bitch about where they took you if you're independent.
Yeah.
That winds me up. So if you're gonna bitch about it, well, that wasn't the point. I thought you were going out to meet this person and find out what they're like. Why are you judging them on where they've took you for food? It doesn't make a blind bit of difference. Saying that.
You know what, Raggos? I think I'm just for a test for a while. I'm just gonna take every girl to Dixie Fried Chicken. But I'm not gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them we're gonna go out to eat. And then we're gonna go around the corner.
Only the ones that claim to be independent. You can't take the one who like just says, right, you're gonna take me and you're gonna look after me. You can't take them for chicken because they'll be like, I've got wise to this.
The best meal ever on that menu. That's me. They can have whatever they want.
The greasiest piece of chicken.
Chicken there. You want the whole lot? Good.
I love that 10-piece just for you. It's fine. No, but that's the thing. You can't rave that and then not actually do it. Do you know what I mean? And like that was a lot of the thing, because like that's the biggest complaint when people when I meet up with like my friends, they'll complain about how they've been treated, and I'll just kind of sit there going, yeah, but what have you done? Just kind of, I don't get it. It's why is it all one-sided?
Thank you. Can we continue on that? Like, not even just like on a first date or second date, but like you're getting to know each other and you're spending time with each other. But and I know it's kind of just implemented basically everything. But I don't understand how an individual female, cannot think to herself, like, all right, I want to contribute. I want to add value to this guy's life too. And I'm not saying there aren't girls who do that. I found it's quite rare. That will do it, and they will insist.
You mean in terms of
Sorry, that was really loud. Sorry, I have to come away from the thing. Sorry.
Of the background, yeah. So I mean, I don't just mean in terms of paying, but for
no, of
talking
course
about like
not.
you're each other suggesting things that you can do together. Each other, like you, for example,
and having input,
or we cook together.
Of course, yeah.
All of that stuff, but that's really rare. I find.
But it shouldn't be though. But the reason why it is. Wow. The reason why it is because they are told that that's what they're supposed to expect. So they'll get but they will. You'll hear it from like everyone. So you'll get it together in a group, and then he'll go, well, "Where's he taking you?" So straight away, you've been told that they need to arrange it. So even if in her own head, if in her own head she's been thinking, "Hold on, I was going to suggest this," she's been told by all her mates and everyone else.
We are doing a fresh new topic. Hayley, we're having you back again. Do you know why? Because I've got another subject I want to talk about. It's because I noticed that when you're dating someone, there's a point in the dating that's so good, everything's crisp, and then it goes a bit pear-shaped. Not pear-shaped, but something, you can tell something's different. And is it because of the conversations that they're having with their friends? That their friends are giving advice that's making them a bit more indecisive? Oh my God.
Of course it is. Do you have any idea how many husbands I've chosen for people? Come on now. For people. Come on now. We've got it. Of course it is.
Is it that deep?
Of course, like when you've had date one. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
Oh my day.
We know everything about you before you even know we exist. Everything. As soon as they've left, as soon as she has left you, she is on WhatsApp straight away. As soon as she's left, we know what you wore, where you went, what you said. We know everything, and then we have input on what was done. Straight off.
I missed that. What did you say before WhatsApp?
From WhatsApp, we know what you wore, everything. As soon as she leaves you from that first encounter, we know everything. Everything you told her, we know straight away.
Oh yeah, I noticed the girl I'm seeing at the moment, she remembers everything. Yeah, you told me. You told me. I was like, yeah, I know. I told you, but bloody hell, like, I was like, you've got good memory. It's like, yeah, but I listen. I was like, you listen. I listen as well, but bloody hell, like,
But they've also got like 5 other people who can recall it because they've told their mates. The coven of people that are involved in your relationship is just, and I call them a coven because that's what we are. But like,
this is sick. This is incredible. Hayley, like, we need to have a couple more. We have to have a couple more episodes, though. Like, just a couple more.
No, but it is true. We do talk about it, and we talk about. There's an episode of Friends actually where Chandler walks in and talks to Ross about it, and they say women talk about everything, and then he says "girth" at the end, and then they start laughing. But it's like we do literally talk about everything, and I think it's just. I don't know whether it's an animalistic thing and whether like females are supposed to bond in that form, but I don't know. But we just there's nothing not allowed to be talked about. and it's kind of like someone will just say something really random.
So what if? So tell me. So what's your thoughts on this scenario then? So as a guy, you're having a good time with someone, and then you meet 3 other friends that she's friends with. Obviously, her best friends. We're talking about Sex and the City girls, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you're you're sitting there. I'm sitting there naive, thinking, well, I'm sure she hasn't said too much about our experience to these girls. But basically, she's basically told them everything, isn't it?
If they're really close, yeah. Yeah, definitely. If they're best friends, yeah, they'll know everything. Yeah.
Sorry, did I just throw this in as well? Do friends, when they're hearing their friends share about the evening or the encounter that they had, and if they had a good one, potentially get jealous or actually start fancying that guy even though they haven't met him yet, and they start having an image in their head for where they actually might meet him when with her friend, their friend.
It's Chris Rock again, isn't it? Chris Rock says that a man will see a girl and go, "Oh, I'm gonna have to get a girl like that. She's really cool." Whereas a woman will say, "I want him." That's true.
Wow.
But you see, the hard work's been done, hasn't it?
Chris Brown just comes to my head right now.
What? Chris Brown?
These girls aren't something.
Oh no!
Not all of them.
No,
but even the fellas.
All of them.
But the way you're talking,
fellas as well,
it sounds like you're saying 90% of them.
No, it's not fair. That's the joke that they say. But like a lot, the hard work's been done on it, and I can understand why it happens because there's a lad that's been with a girl for a while, and she put all the graft in. So she's like grafted and created this perfect person, and then the hard work's been done. So there is the odd snake that will try and swoop in and take what's been done. It saves them doing the work themselves.
The evolution of cheating, like this is blossoming here. Like that's what's happening.
Well, I said this to you, Mike, didn't like I'm very much of the understanding that in mammals, particularly Homo sapiens, males are supposed to have harems of females, and females are attracted to males that are best providers for their nest, let's just say. So we're still animal at the end of the day, so if you've got a male that's providing well, then you are going to find that attractive. So therefore, you will attract more females. That's why as soon as you get a girlfriend, you become more your female friend. All of a sudden, these people come out the woodwork like, "Oh, I really liked you." Like, what? Yeah. Why have you told me that now?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed all of that. I can't believe I missed that.
Sorry.
I'm going to listen to this back over. I'm like, oh my god, that was said.
Stop your friends downloading porn.
Oh. Okay. You know what it is? They're watching like UK TV, and she's got a family over. My flatmate's got a family over, so they're obviously watching stuff on their phone, and everyone's connected to the internet. So there's 3 people on the internet now, so yeah. It's a damn shame. But yeah, you were saying, oh, I missed it.
It was good.
No, but what did you miss?
I think he missed the part with the saying about we're animals.
Yeah.
Men are more attracted to men from better providers.
That's how weird. Female.
Bueno, si puedes, pero te van a cobrar. Sí.
Animalistically, someone will turn around now and say that girl's talking shit. But as I it's true. It is.
No, I've seen it. And this a lot of that. A term that another term for something like that is pre-selection. In the sense that, as you said, a guy is he's in a relationship, or he's with, or he doesn't even have to be in a relationship. He could just be around a lot of females. Other girls see him, and they'll automatically pre-select him as someone of high value because he's around all of them.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Gave me term.
Yeah, and they joke, don't they? They say things like, if a male has a wedding ring, you should wear a wedding ring even if you're not married, because you'll get attention.
Oh.
This is so peak.
But they say it. I don't know how often it works, but they say it works, because to a single female who's like maybe of a certain age and thinking, hold on, I need to sort myself out. That's
Man's gonna purchase a ring, blood. No, I'm joking.
No, but it's true. Ask Bear. My husband has said when he's worn his ring, he's got more people coming onto him since he's been wearing his ring.
Okay, that's another question. What you just said there was interesting. So that conversation that you're having between each other around stuff like that. Obviously, when you're a stronger couple like you are, like how's because I have a problem with how I think I would deal with being a jealous type. Like, because if I really care for someone, as much as I'll be okay, for me it'd be okay, but just how I deal with it's different. Right. Like what I mean is, how do you go about those conversations when he says that girls will come onto him when they see the ring? Obviously, you know that he's faithful. Of course, you know that. Yeah. But just that conversation in general, that does it play in your mind sometimes? Because obviously, with women, they have this thing that sometimes
it used to
best in terms of
it used to. And I said before to Ashley, I said that I think you've probably witnessed when you were visiting in ABBA, when you went to go see them all. Did you ever witness like Bert rowing with me on the phone? Because I used to be wild. I used to be like mental, like on the phone, screaming, like proper off my case, and that was because I was insecure and all that sort of thing. So that was the insecurity of like, you're out with people, I don't recognise them, what's going on, type thing. So that was that whole insecurity thing. But I think we're at a point where it's just fluid. The conversation's just fluid. Like we'll just say it as it happened. So I'll say, how was work? Something will get said on TV and he'll agree with it and then say, oh yeah,
so there's just more of it's a perception. The perception is different then.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's just well, because like, I mean, I've been with we were walking somewhere and a guy came on to me with Bert stood next to me.
I mean, who's stupid enough to do that? Have they seen how big he is?
and he just laughed at it because he was like, "This is really funny," because he was like just a few feet like away, so I was clearly with him, and he just thought it was hilarious because the two of us just carried on walking. But I think if we'd have been 18, 19. Early days, that would have kicked off. That would have kicked off. Do you know what I mean? Like, there'd have been an argument, and like he just said to me, "What did you do to make him do that?" And I'm like, "Whoa!" Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that ever did happen, but I reckon that's what would have been the situation. Early days. But it's like your fault. It's like
his. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, because it would become, because like, who's he? Do you know what I mean? Like, why does he feel confident enough to do that? Do you know him already? What did you do? You know what I mean? It's like it becomes the other person's fault. Well, that's insecurity, that though, because if you're not insecure, you're blame them straight away.
Yeah, true.
That's the difference between, like, you know, a year and 14, I guess.
Oh my god, this is really good stuff here. Even though I missed half of it, but I'm looking forward to listening to the episode.
That's if you can edit it out. Yeah, because there's like that much background noise. You must be like an editing genius.
Oh my god, actually I can't wait to hear that.
I might have to do it. I have no idea how to do it, but I'll see once I'm...
Yeah, have a play. If it's completely tanked though, guys, you can just pick another day. I'll come on again if you want. It's not...
We've definitely got some. really gem. We got some gems for sure.
Yeah, we could do a part 2. I think we should do a part 2 if I'm honest.
Yeah.
There's some stuff.
Do a ban on anyone using internet all day.
But I'm actually, what I'm thinking to do is to probably just get internet on my phone, like really powerful, like I don't know, 5 gig or something. I could be anywhere I want that, and I could use the Skype that way.
Yeah.
That's something. See, I forgot that I could have done. Anyway, it's too late.
Hindsight, it's a lovely thing.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe we better just purchase some credit and get like high-end internet on my phone or something like that. In fact, I could probably just do that now. I'm such an idiot. Just do that now.
That's alright.
It's cool, man.
Well, not well.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ciao. See you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you.
We gotta say.
What?
I've learned a lot, man. Jeez. Some things that you just said, I was like, what? Like, does that actually really happen? Well, you know, like sometimes when you think, I think that might be happening, but nah, surely not. You've confirmed some things. And I'm not gonna lie, it makes me kind of wanna, because I don't like playing games at all, but it makes me kind of wanna play games and then be a jerk. Well, no, that's my ego. My ego side wants to do that.
Yeah. No, because the thing is, because doing that way, you're only going to get the individuals that act
that
way all the time. If you do that, then you're just going to score with people that aren't worth your time.
Yeah.
So if you're genuine, you'll hit like roads that are just like little pebbles and like eventually you get to the end. So if you act, whereas if you act, because unfortunately like that talking thing, it might be not a nice thing.
Hello?
Then you're gonna miss out.
Could you say that again, Hayley? Because I couldn't hear you.
No, yeah, of course I can. Yeah, that's fine.
I can hear you now.
Dan, you okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Hear me now? No, it's fine. No, I'm saying if you act like a jerk, for instance, and play games.
Yeah.
That the way I'm saying that girls talk. Remember that in that group there are about 3 or 4 that are really worth your time. And while they're in that group listening, then they're going to hear the bad side of it.
Yeah.
So they could have been someone that you would have spoken to and maybe met, but then they've heard from everybody else that you're not really playing around with. And then obviously, because we both have 6 degrees of separation thing, and also with social media now, everything's like even smaller. So like, despite the fact that like I'm married to Bert, he went out with someone who I was friends with, so she used to slag him off. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I just ignored it because it wasn't true. So it's like, whilst you're saying that they've done these things, someone could take that on board and go, oh well, I've heard that you do this though. And you're like, yeah, but I was just messing because she was playing games, so I thought I'd play games back. You're like, yeah, but it's not worth the risk.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's a lot.
Go try and talk yourself out of that hole then.
It's really tiring as well. Like when I have done in the day when I've tried to be like, alright, there's been a point, because I would generally say like I would fall in the category of like, oh, he's a good guy. I remember one time I thought, you know what, I had a bit of that, the whole nice guys finished last and blah blah. You know what, let me just for a little while be a bit of a jerk. But it just didn't work because it wasn't congruent with me. And then of course the girls that I was attracting, but just not the girls that I were into, because they were girls who were an actual match for someone who actually likes being a jerk. So
because it's that cheating me, keeping keen thing. They're not the type of people you want to be with.
No.
Yeah. That drama hunting thing is not. It's not conducive to a nice relationship. It's horrendous because when the drama dries up, they create it. So it's
bloody hell, yes.
Yeah, so like it's not. You don't want to be in that situation because like you'll think, oh right, we're good now. This is really nice, and then they create a massive issue for you to deal with so that it's exciting again. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Now this is a female guest. This is what I'm talking about. This is insane. Oh man, Hayley, you contributed a lot to this.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind
definitely.
of you. I'm gonna be like the world's worst hated person though, because girls will be like, I'm not like that.
No, you won't. You're not gonna. Yeah, I don't. I think the only girls that might, if they end up feeling that, are the girls who actually.
Oh no, are actually doing it. That's the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The people who find it offensive are the ones who are doing it. Because like I've pulled friends up on stuff like that before. Like for instance, the person I mentioned who was sleeping, like, because eventually it got to the point where it was annoying me. And then there was a guy who she'd gone on a date with, and she slept with him like first date.
Yeah.
I literally heard them in their room. It was vile. And then like he left, and I went, "You didn't even like him like 2 days ago.
No.
Why is he now?" Do you know what I mean? What's happening? And she was like, well, and then she started trying to justify it, and I went, look, if you're going to tell me now that 1, he's got something you want, or 2, he's a benefit, then I don't want to hear the rest of the story. And then she got all offended about it, and then I listed the people that she'd been with before him. And then she kind of seen the pattern herself, but got offended and slammed the door, and then that was pretty much the end of our friendship then. But it was like, you're only offended because it's true.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted an MOT doing on your car, you slept with a mechanic. You wanted a room, you slept with a guy who had a room going. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just mental. But yeah, so you'll only get offended if you actually are doing it. If you're not doing it, you go, yeah, well, she's not talking about me, so.
I have to go, and this is so good, man, what you just did there. But I have to go. 4 minutes. I've got 4 minutes left. Okay. Just give me 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4 minutes. Give us the minutes.
Maybe she likes the conversation that we're doing.
Are you still like fishing in an internet bar? You're not flirting with the lady who owns the internet bar, are you?
No, she gave me 4 minutes. I don't know why, but it might be much fun.
Finding opportunities anywhere. That's the point, isn't it?
Taking a leaf out the book of the girls, what the girls have been doing.
Yeah. She's just gone, oh no, I need him for something. No, but it's yeah.
I hear that. No, this has been insightful. I can't wait to hear this. Please, Ash, just go onto YouTube and see if you can filter out the background. Please, I will help you. But I'm sure. No, I've heard that it can be done.
A lot of it will be us two though going, Mike, we can't hear you. That'll be when he filters it out. It'll be.
Yeah.
Because Bert was saying, my husband, he said to me, I'm not going to listen to it. And I said, why not? And he went, because then you can be honest then, because then I'm not going to be able to hear it. I was like, no, you can hear it if you want. You can listen to me gabbling on. Because he'll know who I'm talking about as well. Which is really fun.
That together as well, and that trust and faith, and just for each of you just to be able to be free and open.
Yeah.
Well, it's important though, innit? Because if you're not, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Because if you're not yourself, what's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point? Because if otherwise you're just going to be in a situation where you're pretending to be someone, and that's just dire, innit?
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. It's not. Because then you're not comfortable. So you should be allowed when you don't like something and when you do like something. Yeah. And you should feel comfortable saying it without getting any comeuppance from it as well. You should be able to say, look, I don't like doing that. So you're going to have to do it on your own, and them not get upset that they're being made to do it by themselves.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Giggity. Same time next week, Hayley?
Yeah, trust me, yeah.
And look, I can if you want. I'm like, because I'm off from work now for like 7 weeks because I'm a teacher, aren't I? So I'm off.
It's holidays.
And this is, yeah, and I mean 6 till 8 is when this one's getting ready for bed, so Bert can distract him for a couple of hours, so it's fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm definitely up for us all having another conversation.
Yeah, cool. Maybe with more clarity and less women shouting in the background.
Yeah.
And the violence of the background of Mike's call.
Yeah.
Are you still there, Mike, or is he gone?
I think he just dropped off.
Oh.
It says, hold on, we're trying to get the call back, but maybe he had to just leave without saying bye.
Yeah, no, those 4 minutes were like a myth that the lady gave him, and then she was just like, yeah, I'll give you more 4 minutes, and then just pulled the plug on his computer as he was in the middle of talking. But yeah, no, cool. Honestly, give us a bell if you want. I've added you on my Skypey thing now, so you can message me if you need to.
Cool.
Yeah, that's no problem.
All right, thank you, Hayley.
No problem at all. It was lovely to speak to you.
Lovely talking to you too, and have a lovely rest of the evening.
Yeah, you too.
And yeah, we'll speak soon.
Yeah, darling, no problem.
Great. Take care.
All right.
Just say it, I'm listening. Just say it, I'm listening. Just say it, I'm listening.
Just say it!
You know, now that I think about it, I don't ever remember seeing Granddad with a woman. There was a time when I was 3 when I thought he was gay, but now I think it's just bad luck.
Well, I don't see what the big deal is with hoes anyway.
Riley, all women are not hoes. We're talking 25% tops.
Okay, but if they not all hoes, then why I got to pay to take them out to eat then? I mean, I'm paying. That's payment.
I don't know, 'cause that's just what you do. You meet a girl, you take her out to dinner, but you're not paying the girl. You're paying the restaurant.
But I'm paying, which makes her a hoe. Why don't I just give her the money I was gonna spend on dinner, and that hoe can go grocery shopping?
I'm listening. Just say it, I'm listening. Just say it, I'm listening.
Just say it!